What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Off the Rails, a recovery podcast dedicated to ending the stigma of addiction through open discussion on all things recovery related. My name is Mark. With me always is Dave. And once again,
Hello.
shooting the sober shit. Just want to say happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Yes, sir.
Dave, how the hell
Today,
are you, man?
good. Today is Mother's Day. Belated Mother's Day when you hear this.
Yep.
But nevertheless, we hope it was a great one. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Just thought of a topic off the top of my head.
Let's go. Let's get into it.
Um, Maybe we should just share a bit about our week first,
Okay.
catch up on us.
Yeah.
Your boy rolled past 600 days this week. So
No,
happy about that. That's 600 days of sobriety. Happy with that number. Loves watching it grow. And
nice.
another thing, the week went good. Second week at the new job, kind of picking up steam with figuring out what to do. And I've been shadowing who I'm replacing. And tomorrow, got to put my big boy pants on because I am all by myself doing the job. Start doing some groups tomorrow, and looking forward to that. That's kind of what I want
So
to.
you got a big week of independence then, eh?
Yeah,
At
so
work and
at work and home because Rebecca's going to Calgary for the week, Calgary as they call it in Alberta, and Daddy is home with Mila by himself. So yeah, it's going to be a very stressful week for me. We got the babysitter, so basically when I'm not working, I'm working,
yeah,
and
it's gonna be good.
it's going to be all right. It's going to be great quality father-daughter bonding time. And yeah, yeah, it's been great. Been a good weekend. How was your week?
It's gonna be awesome because it'll be I don't think it's gonna be very often you'll get a week like that, right? So it might be stressful, but it'll be memorable, I think. You and little baby girl.
I think so too, buddy.
Yeah. My week's been good, man. Work's been work's been rolling along. It's getting busier out there. More guests coming through. Uh, this past weekend we had really nice weather. So when it's nicer weather, it's busier. Mother's Day was busy. Uh, so that's what I love. I like when it picks up. I thought about it yesterday when I was kind of running around. I'm like, one of the things I loved about my old job were the days like tournament days and like the league startups because they were always chaotic and busy, and I just kind of love that feeling. I kind of just like when it's a lot organized chaos going on.
Mhm.
Uh, so that's what's going to be a lot of when it's the summer months. Like when the weekends are nice, and then when kids get out of school, July and August, it's a zoo out there. So I'm looking forward to it. It's fun. Um, yeah, workouts have been going well. Taking today off of workouts, but that stuff's been going well.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're both in
You,
a pretty solid routine here, eh?
yeah, you've been getting the morning workouts in.
Yes. And mentally, it's a bit hard to overcome because hitting those morning workouts, try to get there around 5:30 to 6. So I'm working out with nothing in my tummy,
Yeah,
and I'm not as strong. So
yeah,
got that voice in my head being like, "You weak bitch,"
yeah,
right? When I can't lift as much as I could after you eat, and it's pretty crazy how that makes such a difference, right?
yeah,
But got some workouts in this weekend. Very happy with it, and yeah, I'm really enjoying the routine I got going on right now.
yeah. I think sometimes it's just like you gotta be nice to yourself. I mean, some days I come home from work and I get my workouts in at night and I feel pretty good. Like I get a second wind and I'm like, lifting good. I feel strong. I feel energetic. And other days I'm like, oh, this is not going well. And I just kind of I'm like, you know what? I've been kind of journaling all my stuff. So I have like my calendar out and I just write in there. I'm like, felt weak today, like late workout, whatever, right? And then at least then I know I did legs and I was like, it wasn't a great one. So next time I do legs, I got to make sure that like it's a day where I have energy because I want to make sure I do like a nice heavy lift or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, trying to be nicer to myself a little bit, I guess, at times when uh yeah, I'm tired because I don't know,
That
you
makes
know.
sense, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
So
So no, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I could try to be like that. And
yeah.
yeah.
It's this day where you lower your bench press to only 300 pounds and just like crush 20 sets, you know?
Thanks, buddy. Um,
So
so here's my topic, Dave.
yeah, let's hear it.
It is Mother's Day. What role has your mother played in your recovery?
Oh, good question. Um, Pretty good one, man. Like I don't know, like it's been nice living with like both my parents, living with both my parents. They're older. So I don't think when you're many people when they're 40 get to spend a lot of time, you know, some living back at home, and sometimes it's kind of a drag and other times it's really nice spending time with them. And with my mom, it's I mean, she's super helpful with my nutrition because she's likes to cook and make some great meals. So I'm all taken care of in that regard. Um, and then she's like also good with, you know, she's not a drinker, so she'll have an odd drink here or there when like people are around.
Yeah.
Not maybe like I don't know in the last year and a half. I don't know even know if maybe I've seen her have like two drinks maybe. So like she's supportive in that way too, or um doesn't really have like because before she would buy if like she would buy a few and have them around and maybe in the summer have one or two like maybe like here and there, you know.
Mhm.
So she's kind of changed that routine, I think, in support of being supportive of myself. Um, yeah, then she's always I don't know, she's always just been there for all of us and like great mom and very loving and yeah, man, very thankful and lucky to have her. So yeah,
Yeah,
what about you, man?
it's a great answer. Shout out, Barb.
Yeah, shut up, Barbara. Shut up, Barb.
Um, yeah, man, my mom's played a huge role. I guess first time I ever tried to quit, I went up to my mom's house for 3 weeks where she watched me just like detox and sleep for the first week I was there. Um, then went back home, went back to using. I mean, I'm sure that pissed her right off. Um, but when I was ready to go to treatment, I wanted to get out of town, so I had to detox for 3 days before I went. So she went and let me do it at her house before we went to treatment. She brought me to treatment, kind of pushed me to go because I would have. Oh, light almost fell down. Sorry, Dave. Um, I would not have went at that time. I was panicking. I was like, turn the car around, and she was like, no, we're going. Um, I fucking I stayed at her house after that, and went back home, relapsed, and sure as shit, she picked me back up again. Went back home, relapsed, and sure as shit, she picked me back up again. So she is stuck by my side, always been helpful getting me on the right path. So then after the last time, I went back up to Ottawa, went to treatment for 2 months, and got to meet you. That was great. And
Yeah,
then I got to stay with her from November to March before I came up here, and she was amazing. She, helped create like a routine for me, and held me accountable. Was patient, and I don't know. She really made a huge difference in my life, and I'm beyond thankful for that. Because there's lots of saviors in my life. She's one of them, and yeah, very grateful for her today.
Yeah.
If she's listening, I love you, mom.
Oh, that's
So
sweet.
yeah,
Looking back, I mean, I know at the time Rebecca was pregnant and stuff. So I mean, uh, but like I know. So my question, I guess, was gonna ask is like, would you have? I know that it's kind of like setting you up for like not the greatest answer, maybe, but like, would you have it any other way? You get to spend that time with your mom from November to March, like you get to
uh,
have some quality time. I know, like, yeah, obviously, like, probably want to be around with Rebecca and whatever too, but like,
yeah,
I guess what I'm saying is like, you got some quality time with your mom, and then I'm sure you look back on fondly that, like, same as me, like, you got that time you don't normally get to get, right? Like, some good
yeah,
3 months or whatever.
yeah. No, I think you said it really well. I don't think I wouldn't change anything. I had a lot of guilt like when I was there because like I felt like I should have been there with Rebecca and with like where she was pregnant. But at the same time, like I felt like I did what I had to do to stay sober and that I wouldn't be a part of my little angel's life had I not done that type thing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. Like,
Did
I
I
know,
answer,
yeah.
did I answer it okay? Like I'm really grateful for that time with my mom, and I
Yeah.
still had, but I had all that guilt. Yeah, and looking back,
Yeah, I know you, yeah. Like, that's why I meant, I know you're gonna, it's kind of a tough question. I guess, like, it's more looking back on it, like, you're very appreciative, maybe, like, of the time
mhm,
you got with your mom, separating the guilt and part out of it, right? Like, just
yeah,
focus on that part. Like, it's
yeah.
kind of nice to have that time, I guess.
And in retrospect, man, I'm really grateful for Rebecca during that time because she was all for me staying up there, right?
Yeah.
And I know that must have been hard for her. And I don't know, I'm really grateful for that too.
Another great mom right there, eh?
Another mom that I love.
Yeah. Awesome. That was good. Good question. Good topic.
Mhm.
So I had a little something for you.
Yep.
I don't maybe know how to word it correctly, but so this stemmed from my question stemmed from. So I gotta tell you where it kind of came from,
Okay.
and then I might give more context of where this where my thought process might be going, and why I thought of it. So when I was at work, a couple of employees, a couple of newer employees, I was talking one day, and the one girl knows I don't drink, and because I've just said I don't drink or whatever, and so she asked me, she's like, uh, just like kind of conversations, like, did you ever drink, kind of thing, and I was like, because they don't know my story, and I was just like, oh yeah, 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 like I probably more than enough for what I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, that's kind of why I don't now,
Mhm.
but so my thought process was like, you know, that girl just meeting me and me saying I don't drink, some people might think that was like my whole life. So
Yeah.
um, I guess what I'm saying is like, if you had met yourself back in your using days and you met a guy that, without knowing his story, just doesn't drink and is more in touch with his feelings, or able to, communicate his feelings a little bit more, um, you know, able to be vulnerable and that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
what would you think of that like, what would your thought of that guy be, or
Oh
person?
man.
Like, that's kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't someone that didn't drink or do drugs, uh that was like I think I would be super insecure around them
Yeah.
and like jealous, but like I'd probably call them a cop or something.
Yeah.
And like just I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. I It's funny how your brain works. Like I think I'd probably like be like, well, do they not want to have fun type thing? Or
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was just thinking.
what do they
Yeah.
do for fun? That's probably like the main thing.
That person must not have any fun at all.
Yeah. I'd be like, sounds like a miserable life. While I'm fucking miserable,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
People
Oh
are way
yeah.
happier than me, but I'd be like, what do they do for fun?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's good. That's a good question, man.
Yeah.
So,
Because I was thinking now in like sobriety, it's like first of all, I don't give a shit. I could care less if that person thinks I didn't drink my whole life or whatever. Like they don't know anything about me. I don't really care if they think that like I'm no fun or whatever, right? Because I know who I am and whatever, and I'm so much happier and
yeah,
have a lot more fun sober than I ever did,
yeah.
towards the end or whatever, right? So I don't know, it's just kind of I don't know if I explained that well, but I was just kind of thought about it the other day,
No, it's a really
like
good question. 'Cause
like don't give any
my
context to somebody you just meet and you say you don't drink, they could take it as like I don't know, however. Which again, it doesn't really matter, like cares, but
no, I would. That's a good question, man. Because I like, yeah, make me a bit emotional, honestly. Because like I'm thinking about how I used to think people that didn't drink or whatever. I'm like, man, like I haven't even lived life type thing.
yeah,
But that really has nothing to do with living life at all. Like I'm far more enjoyable to be around. I enjoy doing stuff way more. And I don't know, I'm about a couple hundred times more happy than I was then.
yeah.
So that's
It's almost kind of the opposite of
what you expect.
enjoying life. Like someone that doesn't drink is enjoying life itself, probably a hell of a lot more than someone that's like, and I'm talking someone that's abusing alcohol or abusing drugs. I mean, I'm not saying someone that has a drink here or there or whatever is
There were lots of
miserable.
good times in the beginning, but
Yeah,
that's not what it looks like for me anymore. And yeah, that's a good point, man.
yeah,
Because yeah, I think honestly, like it's completely opposite of what I thought. Like
yeah,
looking at someone like myself is completely opposite of what I thought would think to answer your question.
yeah,
Right. I would think the polar opposite of what I am. Like I'd be like, he's be miserable or whatever.
yeah. Huh, yeah,
Awesome question. Made me really that one made me think, dude.
yeah. I was a thinker.
Yeah. Yeah. Good question.
Yeah,
I got my hair cut this week. It's already
nice.
completely gray. Went with a little mohawk action. See that boy?
Ooh, I like that. Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
pull that off well.
Thank you. Because remember, I don't know if I told you, but the back of my head looks like a thumb when it's shaved down. Hey,
No, you didn't. You didn't, but
Mm.
that's good. There's yeah.
Hey,
Uh,
what else we got to chat about here, man? Leafs are out.
uh, yeah, hockey Leafs are done. I haven't watched a whole ton. I didn't watch the last. I watched a bit of the last game. When I went to overtime, I went to bed. I missed a couple games here and there. I've been watching a lot. I haven't been watching a ton of hockey. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have any cable here, so I just watch it on my. I just check the scores and
Yeah,
watch the highlights in the morning.
it's pretty much all you need.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oilers. Oilers are still. We got last kick at it tonight. Well, we got to win and then force a game seven. But
Faith. Last Canadian team going, eh?
yeah,
Well, guess you
but
do it.
it's funny. They both had a what looked like a pretty good path to facing each other in the finals.
That would have been cool. But
But easier said than done. Winning is tough, man. It's a tough thing.
they don't just let you win. Hey,
No,
that's what they say.
the way some of those Leaf players play, you'd think that that's what they thought. But we'll just
So
let them win.
yeah, it's
But
tough.
I'm sick of that group over there.
It's
I
been,
am so
been a
I
tough
can't.
run as a Leafs fan, man.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not even a Leaf fan. I cheered for them when I lived in Toronto because a lot of my friends were, and
Mhm.
it was one of those things too. Where it was like, honestly, it was because I want them to win because there'll be more like parties and viewing things and
Okay.
like
Yeah, you
more
want to
events.
be in a good mood. Yeah.
Yeah, and like really, and now I'm like I don't really care, but I more go for some of the players that maybe I used to know a little bit or I like or whatever. But I don't know. I just think I need a revamp in that team. But that's just me.
Hey, Dave, should we shut it down?
Yeah, let's close this episode up.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. If you or someone you know is struggling, please reach out and ask for help. We'll do whatever we can. Please like, subscribe, share, all the good things. And thanks so much.